Yo, welcome to the first episode of New York Giants Full Access live in the afternoon. What's going on, G Nation? We should see Classified 3F with Joe here pretty soon if he's able to come on. But first things first, let's hit the intro and then we're going to get into this show. We're going to listen to these clowns in the media talk about this show. This Giants team is actually crazy, but let's kick it off with a Sporting Hood intro, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, this video is sponsored by Sporting Hood. Thank you guys for supporting Big Pat Sports Talk, and shout out to Sporting Hood, man, for sponsoring your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. This is a free betting sports website that you can go on and have the ability to bet on sports without having to come out with big dollars out your pocket. If you want to get into sports betting and you want to test it out, this is the website for you guys. Sporting Hood teaser intro. Man, click on the link that I put in the description to join Big Pat Sports Talk, and let's bet on some games and have a good time without having to spend money. You do it with coins, you do it with points. And also with Big Pat Sports Talk, they gave me the ability to give you guys gift cards such as a $50 gift card, $30 gift card, just for playing a free game on Sporting Hood with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk. I appreciate Sporting Hood for sponsoring Big Pat Sports Talk, the first official sponsor of Big Pat Sports Talk. So tune in, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's bet on some games freely. All right. That is the official sponsor of Big Pat Sports Talk and the Big Blue Crew Sporting Hood. We do free sports betting every time we call the game. So the link is in the description. What's going on, Rodney E, Nate Dogg, Super Taj, MYB, Elbert? Thank you guys. But this show, it's gonna be like a call-in show. What we do is we're gonna take a look around the sports media. NYG, what's going on? Robert, what's going on? But we're going to take a look around the sports media, see what the big dogs are saying about our New York Giants, me, Lou, and we're going to give you guys a couple of chances to come in and say your piece, and then we're going to get to the next caller. So we're going to be bringing in people one by one. But the very first subject we're going to talk about today is Mr. Stephen A. Smith. He's going to say his piece about the New York Giants, and we're going to chime in after we hear what he got to say. Right.
On Thursday.
Yes.
All of a sudden, you were a fan of the Vikings and Kirk Cousins, and you were like, I don't even know. Darius Slayton, who? You don't even have any receivers. And then we just went out there and put on a clinic.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, are you feeling like a believer today?
First of all, I don't have a problem with it. Daniel Jones played lights out.
Sure did.
Saquon Barkley is that dude. He's going to get himself a new hefty contract. That's number two. Yes, I picked the Minnesota Vikings to win this game. I thought they were the better team. I was wrong. But in the process of picking them, what did I say? That's the furthest they would go. They got blitzed by Philadelphia near the beginning of the second game of the season. They got annihilated by the Cowboys on their home turf 40-3. They got blitzed at Lambeau Field by Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. I called the team fraudulent. And I said, this is the team that was most likely to be upset if we had to pick amongst the games this weekend, because Minnesota had shown you on 3 separate occasions. They shouldn't have won the game against Buffalo. They showed you how vulnerable they are. And then they go up there yesterday. And last point is this. You Kirk Cousins. He always gets his numbers, but he doesn't win when it counts. And this is what bothers me about Kirk Cousins. I understand he was about to be sacked. I get all of that. Damn it, throw the ball at 8 yards. If it's 4th and 8, what are you dipping at 3 yards for? It's just like why? So you could say you completed the pass and then he didn't advance? It's ridiculous. Go for the first down. And it's stuff like that that just reminds you of what the Minnesota Vikings were not this season.
Can I just say one other thing, Dable? Oh my goodness.
So you heard Mr. Stephen A. Smith right there. Now, Giants fans, What's going on, Nate Dawg? What's going on, NYG? I mean, Jeffy T 8, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's going on? Now, as you heard, Mr. Stephen A. Smith backpedaled and backtracked better than Adoree Jackson against Justin Jefferson yesterday in Minnesota. So I'm going to ask my co-host, what do you feel about Stephen A. Smith's comments, his backtracking and his hating that he did, and all of a sudden now he backtracks?
You know, Mr. Fivehead always got a bad opinion and a bad take on the New York Giants. I don't even pay attention to him. He's like the angry kid in the room who's just making noise for attention because nobody hugs him enough. And, you know, I just, you ignore him after a while and he settles down. And he's backpedaling because he's got no choice. He stuck his foot in his mouth like a lot of content creators did, like a lot of sports analysts did, like a lot of fans did. You know, some people are man enough to admit when they're wrong, and some people are politicians about it. They'll dance around the subject and backpedal and say other stuff. He got into a whole conversation about Minnesota and didn't admit that he was wrong about the New York Football Giants and about Daniel Jones and about Saquon. Oh, Saquon's going to get him a hefty contract. And then let's talk about Minnesota. Like, you were wrong. You bashed the team all year, all off season. Just be man enough to say, hey, I was wrong. The kid balled out. He's been improving all year. Let's give some credit where it's due. Coach Dable has coached these guys up. The guys have bought in. They've played their hearts out with deficiencies here, and here, X, Y, and Z. So let's be man enough to do that when you're wrong. But, you know, I guess when your hairline recedes, your brain cells recede with it. I don't know.
Oh, my sentiments exactly. Shout out to Tally Rand. Oh, did my thing freeze? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Shout out to Tally Rand. He says Fruity Loops knows Nick Wright has said a few days ago that Vikings would win comfortably. Yes, he did. Okay, we got our first caller on the first subject. Jeffy T, come and say your piece.
Jeff.
What's going on? It's NYG, Jeffy T, 45, 36, 28, 37, 85, 1,234.
1738.
1738. How y'all doing? How you guys doing today?
What's going on, Jeff?
Oh, Pat, I want to first say this to you specifically, bro. You were absolutely right about Daniel Jones. Everybody that was slamming you, I'm telling you right now. I was on the fence with Daniel Jones this whole time. I wasn't a DJ lover, and I wasn't a DJ hater. You guys know that. But I give you so much credit, and you too, Lou, and Joel as well, for sticking to your guns, going out there, and defending this dude when he deserved an opportunity. And all DJ has done, because of this coaching, because of him listening and going out there and putting in the work on the football field, in the locker room, around this organization, DJ's made a believer now out of everybody out there that hated on this dude. And not even just Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, the other dude that got all the hate, he's making a believer. And two guys I got to herald as well that have become franchise cornerstones on this team, number 78, Andrew Thomas, and number 97, Dexter Lawrence. Those two guys have become absolute must-sign immediately cornerstone players. And shout out to Adoree Jackson and Xavier McKinney for the job that they did in that split zone defense, split zone safety defense that Wink Martindale called. Coach Ed pointed that out yesterday. Enabling to shut down Justin Jefferson on that side of the field. God, did we miss those two guys in that defense?
Which I said, had we had Adoree and McKinney in that game, we wouldn't have lost. We wouldn't have lost to Dallas. We wouldn't have lost to Minnesota. We wouldn't have lost that Philly game. But it is what it
I
is.
digress.
We're gonna whoop Philly next week, though. Believe that shit.
Right.
Oh, you
right.
know we are. You guys know we are.
Exactly. All right, Jeff, first caller on the first New York Giants Full Access Live came in and gave Big Pat his flowers on Daniel Jones and the Big Blue Crew. Man, that is a hand clap worthy statement, sir. Thank you.
Well,
but I appreciate you calling in, bro. We're going
No
to try.
problem,
This
man.
is like a call-in show, man. We're going to get to the next segment, and we're going to bring in another caller. If you happen to be that caller again, then it'll be you again until we get this show more popular. But
I
until
just want to
then,
come on, shout out to you guys. Thank you for having me on, and congrats to both of you. You know I got to give you guys your flowers. I've got the balls to admit when I'm wrong, and I gave you guys the credit that you both deserve. So I just want to come in and say that.
No,
And shout out to the both of you as well.
Never been a DJ hater though, like you said.
right.
Yeah, I know, but I'm giving you guys the credit you deserve, that you guys went out there and you defended this dude when everybody was hating on him, and you guys got all the flack from all these people, and everybody was getting on you too and Joel for it. You guys ended up being right. So I just want to come in and give you guys your deserved flowers, tell you the truth, and let's go out there and let's whip some Philly ass next week. All right?
Yes, indeed. That's the best statement you said.
We
Let's
go
go
cook
whip
some
some
Eagles
Philly
this
ass.
Saturday night.
Mine.
They're gonna be finding Nemo out there in Philly when we done with their ass. I'm telling you.
But you're going to start seeing the media try to switch it up, and they're going to try to make Dabo the savior for Daniel Jones, and they're going to say Dabo created Daniel Jones. You're going to start seeing that more and more in media in the next coming weeks. But shout out to the panel, man.
Dabo looked good under Pat Shermer. Judge ain't know what to do with none of that players on that roster. And it's evident because he went over there to the New England Patriots, where Bill Belichick knows how to build a team, and made that offense look like pure D feces. Made it look like the Poodle. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if Judge just has a thing for guys with the last name Jones. He likes to destroy their career or something.
Yeah, he got to love Jones or something. I don't know what he got.
He got to hate Jones.
Right, I hate Jones. Not I love Jones. I hate Jones. What's up, Christopher Tony? What's up, Dewani? Taj, what's going on, brother? All right, we're going to get into this next segment. And this is going to be another guy, Colin Cowherd. Cowherd, but I call him Colin Cowherd.
Right.
And let's see what he has to say about the whole New York Giants fiasco, because he's going to switch up his way of thinking too. But let's go.
Coughlin and now Brian Dable. They always have a really good defensive coordinator. Belichick, Spags, Wink Martindale. They're led by their defense. It's got more talent than their offense. And they have a quarterback who in big spots can flourish, although he's not a superstar. Phil Simms, Eli Manning, the second best Manning, Daniel Jones. And to top it off, they'll have a star or two offensively, but many of the big players in the big games are forgettable. Mark Bavaro, Phil McConkey, Dave Meggett, David Tyree, Mario Manningham, and yesterday Isaiah Hodgins. Nobody has a blueprint.
Oh, man.
Pause. Did this man just say that Mark Bavaro was forgettable?
Right. That's what I was going to get to, but you would even let him go through with it.
Sorry,
you see why I'm doing this show? This man said Mark Bavaro was forgettable. He said people like Victor Cruz are forgettable. People like Plexico Burrs are forgettable. People like Hakeem Nicks are forgettable. You see, they give us compliments while shitting on us at the same time. You see what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Please continue. I'm going to mute myself because this.
This is the Giants. A great coach, a great defensive coordinator, led by a defense, a quarterback, Phil Simms, Eli Manning, Daniel Jones, may take a while to pop, and they'll have an occasional Saquon Barkley, but it's somebody that doesn't go down as an all-time great offensively, making plays. That's my first takeaway. That looks like the New York Giants. And to top it off, and I don't know why this is, they're often better on the road than they are at home. A lot of the great Giant teams. It's crazy. My second takeaway is, I understand, I don't play the lottery much. Occasionally when it gets up to like $500-600 million, but it's kind of gross, right? Somebody ends up with $500 million and they didn't really work for it. What you watched yesterday was Daniel Jones in 3 hours probably making himself $50-70 million. If Daniel Jones would have gone out with a clunker, I don't care what the Mara family says. If he was 17 for 32 with 2 picks and a fumble, boom. The New York media, the talk radio, the fans are over him. Instead, he played his best game as a pro. He was easily the best quarterback on the field, and Kirk Cousins isn't bad. Jones was bigger, more confident, more mobile, made big throws. And the Giants staff deserves a lot of credit because about 4 weeks ago, they started coaching him differently. They started trusting him more, and you can see it pay off. We talk about it all the time. Even great athletes have to feel they have the trust and the belief of the coaches. It was about 4 or 5 weeks ago, they started letting Daniel Jones go out and let it rip, and he has responded. Now the bad news. 2 of his best 3 games this year have been against the Vikings, and that defense is atrocious. His other great game was against the Lions defense. Philadelphia is next, and if you look at the box score, I'm going to guess Daniel Jones and the Giants don't have almost 30 first downs. They don't throw for 300 yards. They're not 60% on third down, and they don't dominate time of possession. Some of this is, let's be honest, Minnesota's defense often looks like it's playing with 9 or 10 guys. There's
All right, that's enough of him. That's enough of Colin Cowherd. NYG, I see you. We're gonna give our thoughts, and we're gonna bring in our next caller. It's gonna be Mr. Unpopular Opinion Sports. Sub up to his channel. He goes by NYG22. This is why I'm doing this show. This show is purposely done to show you what goes on in the media. What they do is they continue to give a little compliment, but right on the other side of their mouth, they shit on us. So, Lou, let me know how you think about this, brother.
It's crazy to me how you can say, first of all, that Mark Bavaro is a forgettable player.
Yeah, that's
that Eli Manning and Phil Simms were just okay quarterbacks. And now that our performances, that Daniel Jones's best performances were because of lackluster defenses that he played. Sir, that lackluster defense that you pointed out went 13-3, 13-4, something like that, right?
Yeah, they went 13-4.
And they're the number 3 seed in the NFC. So whether you want to give them their flowers for being the number 3 seed in the playoffs, that's up to you. But what I saw was a New York Giant team that was all bought in, a quarterback who had full command of this offense and led his team down the field time and time again and scored. Our defense was a little lackluster, if you want to ask me, yesterday. But we made some critical stops when we needed it, and were able to pull out the win. But for this man to come out here and pat us on the back and then punch us in the gut in the same sentence, it's just ridiculous to me. These people just spew out vitriol and hate for the New York Giants, and it's just crazy to me because they end up sounding stupid with their crazy takes. And yet little old guys like me on YouTube, with barely any following, will sit here and tell you what's
Fix your mic, Lou.
But little old me on YouTube with a very small following, and Pat will tell you guys the truth, and everybody will shit on us in Twitter and in spaces and everything else. But nobody will correct these guys and pull their coat.
Right. Shout out to the 43 on the very first episode of New York Giants Full Access Live. Thank you guys for your support. And Lou, I can't agree with you more, but let's bring in our next caller. You guys know him as Unpopular Opinion Sports NYG22. What's going on, brother?
Yo, I'm there. Y'all hear me?
Yeah. What do you think about Mr. Colin Cowherd, as I call him, on that take, man. Right there?
He's a dumbass, man. You know what I'm saying? How you going to talk about the New York Giants offense when the offense is the ones that went out there and won the game? They put up over 400 yards, you know? So I don't know what these cats are looking at. They just hate just to hate. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a fact, you know? Now, I just want to ask you guys a question since it's a call-in show. Shout out to you, Pat. Shout out to Lou. You already know what it is. 11 and 6.
Right.
Most importantly, believe G Nation. I be spitting facts. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? Early in the season, you know, I was one of those ones, you know, giving Daniel Jones some vitriol, you know what I'm saying, for his performance the past 3 seasons. But, you know, I'm a man of reason, and I realize that Daniel Jones is the quarterback for the New York Giants because it's about fit. Now, as far as the national media is concerned, here's something I want to ask you. Is Daniel Jones a top 10 quarterback? Now, before you answer, Daniel Jones, this is a tweet that I retweeted from a guy named Mike on Twitter. Daniel Jones has more or the same amount of playoff wins as Kyler Murray, Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, and Kirk Cousins. So, again, a lot of these quarterbacks are considered top 10 quarterbacks or were considered top 10 quarterbacks. So, is Daniel Jones, given what we've seen this season, pushed himself into top 10 quarterback status? And I'll hop off. Appreciate y'all letting me hop on. Y'all already know what it is. I'll holler at y'all guys later. I'm going to drop back in the chat.
All right. Thank you, NYG. And let's answer NYG's question. That's a very good question. Now, he said, is he a top 10 quarterback? So let's go through the quarterbacks in the league that you would say that are better than him right now. As of right now, who's playing better than him? Okay, we can say Joe Burrow. We can say Patrick Mahomes. We can say Josh Allen. We can say a lot of people are going to say Herbert, but I believe he's better than Herbert. But let's put Herbert in there. Lamar Jackson. Can't say Deshaun Watson because he hasn't played in almost 2 years. And when he played this year, I think he was a shell of himself because he was rusty. So you can't put Deshaun Watson in there. Who else? I can't say Brady because he didn't play well.
You want to say Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers. What about Jared Goff? You want to say Jared Goff? I don't believe so.
I would say not this year, but Derek Carr, they would say was better than him, but not this year. I
gotta put that finger down because he got weapons and he's off the team. He's off the team.
Put it back down. But
can't say Tua.
Can only come up with 6.
Can't say Tua because he's better than Tua. Because if you give Daniel Jones Hill and Waddle,
okay. Well, let's see. Who else is in the playoffs? Let's say Trevor Lawrence.
I'll give them Trevor Lawrence because that's what they're gonna do.
Right.
Dak Prescott. I don't believe so. He's been throwing 2 turnovers a game.
Everybody knows my sentiments on Dak Prescott, glorified backup quarterback, but let's just give them that for the sake of argument.
He just beat Kirk Cousins. But a lot of people are going to say Kirk Cousins because of stats. So give him Kirk Cousins. Give him Jalen Hurts.
All right, that's 10.
So, and there's questions about 4 of those 10 in there that you could say Daniel Jones is better.
Well, look, just based off this year, those questionable ones don't have a better QBR than him.
Nope.
Don't have a better passer rating than him.
Nope.
And he's in the playoffs.
Still.
So that answers it. DJ is a top 10 quarterback. Why? He has done all of this with less weapons than everybody on that list.
Everybody on that list, he has less weapons than. Every single person on that list. And when you look, go ahead.
It's his first year in this system.
Yep. All those other quarterbacks have had multiple years in that system, except for Derek Carr.
Case closed, fella.
Now, when you looked at Daniel Jones, Was there any point in time that you thought that Daniel Jones was going to mess that game up? Or did you look at that game, the whole game, saying, come on, Daniel Jones, pull it through for us. We need you.
Focused. That dude was he looked like playoff Eli to me yesterday, and I'm not even playing. He was throwing lasers. He was focused. His pocket presence was heightened. He was on another level, man. And the fact that he was watching game film on the flight back after the win, that dude is locked in. He is locked in.
Our two leaders are locked in because Saquon Barkley was looking at film yesterday. And shout out to G Nation Lou. That man told us how we should use Saquon Barkley to where he would look dominant every time he touched the ball. Do you know that man only carried the ball 9 times? But he got 6 receptions as well, and he had over 100 yards from scrimmage, and he only had 15 touches. He looked fresh every time he touched the ball. Every time he touched the ball, didn't he get about 10 yards almost every time he touched the ball? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mike Kafka for learning on the fly. He's learning how to use them boys.
He must have been watching my videos. I'm just saying.
That's exactly how the Saints would use Alvin Kamara when Drew Brees was there. He would get about 10 carries, and it would be like gashing carries.
Yeah.
And then he would get like 8 catches out the backfield that would gash you on those. I'm going to be real with you. They fixed this offensive line. It's looking like it don't matter who is out there. They going to get it done. As long as they got Jones and Barkley, they going to get it done. Let's be real. Go ahead.
Here's the other thing. I also said I think today is going to be the day that Daniel Jones distributes the ball to everybody. Everybody's gonna shine. I also called it. I said after the first 2 touchdowns, I said, okay, now the next one's gonna be Bellinger. Bellinger got the next touchdown.
He sure did. Yeah, he sure did. Bellinger got the next touchdown. And shout out to Bellinger. He's a beast of a blocker, and he's showing his worth as a receiver as well.
And listen, I tip my hat to Kenny Golladay, man. The man came in here with the big head. I'm a star. I'm a stud. I was the man in Detroit. He got humbled. He didn't produce. He dropped some passes. He hung in there. He didn't talk smack on Twitter. He didn't get all in the videos saying crazy shit. When his number was called for a blocking assignment, he did his job. He blocked. You know, a lot of people ain't men enough when they get humbled, you know, to be like, all right, listen, man, I'm going to play my position and whatever happens, happens. And shout out to Kenny Golladay, man. When his number was called after he was benched, he came in and he did his job like a man. I salute the hell out of Kenny Golladay for that.
All right.
He got the most expensive touchdown in NFL history, a $72 million.
Right.
Yeah. It's fucking phenomenal.
Hey. All that's water under the bridge. If he can spring Daniel Jones for the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, you're gonna love him just like you love Daniel Jones. He's gonna be able to get
my hat to him, bro, for playing his position, man.
He's gonna be able to get a beard no matter where he goes in New York if we win a Super Bowl. Most definitely. All right, we got one more caller in the back. It's gonna be Alex Big Blue from the Bronx, and we got Mets 2128. We're going to look at this next segment, and then we're going to get a little info from Alex. I know he wants to come on, so we're going to listen to this next segment, Alex. Stay there, and we're going to listen to this next segment. This is going to be from the Undisputed Crew, Shannon and Skip Bayless. So let's get into it.
Hard weekend, defensive touchdowns, crazy comebacks, and it's not over yet. Hi there, everybody. Welcome into Undisputed on this Monday. I'm Jen Hale. That is Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe. Hi, guys. How are we today?
We're doing great. Happy MLK Day to everyone out there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoy. We had to come to work today. It was at home.
No, we got to come to work.
Oh, we got to come to work. Okay, that's how we look at it. We look at it.
And by the way, you know, there's always enhanced the celebration of MLK Day.
Yes.
The NBA has gone a 9-game wall-to-wall showcase. But tonight, for the first time ever, we cap it off with a GOAT game. We got Cowboys at GOAT.
You see that you go, you ruined it.
There we go.
LeBron played the Rockets tonight. That's the GOAT. You see it last night? We didn't win, but did you see him?
I couldn't see him at the end because he didn't get to touch the basketball. I don't know what happened.
I know you killed Russ, did you?
Yeah.
What'd you tweet?
Hey, now they best friends again, Lou.
We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
I know you did something.
Unfortunately, they're becoming irrelevant.
No, that never happened. Okay. That record's still out there, right?
It's
okay. So
right
it'd be very irrelevant.
He's getting there fast.
You see that?
Woo, did I?
Gentlemen, I'm going to get to your thoughts on MLK Day just a little bit later in the show, but I got to start with these games from yesterday because they were incredible, Saturday and Sunday. All right, so the Vikings upset yesterday by the G-Men, 31-24. Minnesota had the ball with under 2 minutes left. Kirk Cousins, though, could not convert a fourth down attempt, completing a pass short of the line to TJ Hawkinson. Shannon, what is the biggest reason the Giants won?
Daniel Jones looked like a top 5 quarterback. He looked like the quarterback they selected with the 5th overall pick.
Uh-oh.
And a lot of people questioned that selection. But since that Brian Daboll, has arrived, Skip, he's been phenomenal. Yeah. He's played very, very well. And yesterday, Skip, I think the thing, they have these stats, yard over what was expected. Yeah. What about play over what was expected? I don't think anybody expected Daniel Jones to play this well. When you look at it, he's the first quarterback to throw for over 300 yards and rush for 70 yards in a game. That lets you know in the history of the NFL, he's the first to do it in a playoff game, Skip. So I think that speaks volume to the type of game that he had. He was phenomenal. And the Vikings did not account for the man's legs. They had some great design runs, but Brian Daboll told him, if your first read isn't there, take off. And Skip, he pieced him out so many times. I think he had over 70 yards rushing.
71, yep.
And he's a lot.
Sorry, 78. Yeah.
He's a lot faster than Skip. When you look at him, you're like, they can't run. But you watch him in some of these clips, Skip, he's pulling away from people.
I agree. he timed 4.7 at the combine.
He
looks a little faster.
Yeah. He looks like but Skip, he made great throws. He ran the ball well, and he protected the football. And that's been the knock on him. There's been several times he's led the league in fumbles lost. He's a high turnover guy. But yesterday, he was flawless. I don't know if he can play any better. And, I keep one eye on the Giants game. But this might be the best game that I've seen him play. Given the magnitude and the stakes that were involved in this game, Skip, it's hard to say Daniel Jones has played another game. Now, Skip, when you look at the stats, it wasn't like Cousins played awful. He was 31 of 39, 273, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yep.
But he didn't do anything spectacular.
No.
Daniel Jones was spectacular. And sometimes when a guy opposing you is doing things spectacular, you've got to match him. And he didn't match. And I don't know what the hell that Skip. On 3rd and 12, why the hell would you ever throw the ball 6 yards? You thought the guy was going to break like 15 tackles and get a first down? Damn, at least throw it 10, and maybe he can fight and stretch and do something. But
that is true. That was dumb. But as you can see, remember what I told you guys earlier in the show, they're going to continue to say Daniel Jones is playing phenomenal and everything until he messes up. And if he continues to do so and he goes all the way to the Super Bowl and wins, they're going to say Brian Daboll was the savior to save themselves the embarrassment of saying the things that they said about Daniel Jones. So that's what they're going to continue to do. That was Shannon Sharpe's part. What do you think about that, Lou?
I kind of feel at this point, I'm just like, stay over there. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because when we were saying all of this, it was, y'all just making excuses for Daniel Jones. Y'all Daniel Jones apologists. Y'all homers and this, that, and the third. But no, we just know the game of football. We knew that this kid had flash. He had flashed a lot of talent in a lot of plays in a lot of areas. And we recognized that it was just a lot of bad decisions, bad coaching, bad vibe, bad culture. There was a lot of bad negative energy in there between Gettleman, Joe Judge, fights with the offensive coordinator. And I mean, it was just all around bad. But under Sherman, when he first got drafted, he flashed a lot of good things. Eli vouched for him. Cutcliffe vouched for him. And our own eyes saw that he had the potential to lead a team down the field and score at will if given some pieces and some coaching. So when given the opportunity, he did just that. So, I just think that we were the only ones saying it, and we caught a lot of flack for it. And now everybody's jumping on the DJ train. It's just crazy. But These guys are professionals and they get paid XYZ amount of money to know this stuff, but they couldn't see it.
We saw it months before. But let's bring in the next caller. It's gonna be Mr. Big Blue in the Bronx, Mr. Alex. Big Blue Crew, what's going on? Mr. Alex, get ready to come in. Talk to me, big dog. What you think?
What is up, fellas? You guys hear something? It sounds a little bit quiet in here. I think those are the Twitter Spaces. They're not as loud anymore. Not loud anymore.
Yeah.
That's that Bronx shit. Let them know, Alex.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised I wasn't screaming and yelling how proud of this team I am. And I know obviously everybody hates it, and I know obviously we talk about Daniel Jones' stats and a lot of these different things, but I want to talk about Daniel Jones as a separate entity. And I know a lot of people hate to compare him to Eli, but there's two things he does have in common with Eli, in my personal opinion. Number one, he has the personality of Eli, quiet leader. He's not going to say much, but everybody loves him. Number two, it's a different type of toughness. Eli had the toughness, and Daniel Jones is starting to acquire it as well, to stay on the field for 16, 17 games a year and to get totally beat up. But Daniel Jones also has more toughness a little bit in the way of being a mobile quarterback and trucking dudes. So shout outs to Daniel Jones for that, but I'm gonna sit here and say lock Daniel Jones up. He is my quarterback, and I want to give a quick shout out to Joel real quick, because I know last year he went on his stream and was totally obliterated by a couple of Giant fans because he was defending Daniel Jones after that horrible Tampa Bay game. And he kept saying it was Garrett, it was Jason Garrett, obviously all these different things, that it wasn't necessarily all Daniel Jones. Now we see that's absolutely true, and it was true the whole time. So shout out to people who've really stuck on the train. Shout out to people who've changed their decision and have actually said it's Daniel Jones for a percentage of the time and not just Brian Daboll and Mike Kafka.
True, Alex. Like I said, man, there's a lot of people that are gonna give Daniel Jones a compliment on the same side of their mouth, shit on him. I'm telling you, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna hedge their bet, and if he does win a Super Bowl, they're gonna be like, "See, I told you, Brian Daboll fixed him." That's exactly what they're gonna do. But I'm gonna call it out before they get a chance to do it. That's why I'm doing this show here. I'm against the media, man. I don't like where the media brainwashes people. They just put things out there and see if people are gonna eat it up. And people like me, people like Lou, people like Joe. We say these things. Go ahead.
No, there's no way in hell y'all ready for us, Slay. Stop it. Go ahead, continue, Pat.
Oh, you talking about franchise? I mean, Big Play Slay. I mean, Eagles. I mean, whoever you are, Somalian pirate.
Right. We're gonna cook them seagulls. Mine.
Right. We're ready for y'all, man. Y'all ain't even ready for our backups, man. We should have beat y'all with the backups. Right. We got y'all gave us confidence, to be honest with you. Damn, somebody in the comments harsh. He said fuck Slay. Damn, what's going on, Biz?
Is that why he changed his name?
Right, good Lord. He must have changed his name because of that.
All right, we're gonna get out there.
Right. We're gonna get another call in. Stay on, Alex, because this show is only gonna be an hour. We're gonna be heading over to Lou's channel for him to do are you doing a live, Lou, or we're just doing a video?
Live victory party, man. I want all the content creators to call in and give their feelings of how they felt during the game when we were down and Slayton dropped that pass, and so
yeah. So Mets, what's going on, Mets?
Hey Pat,
what's your comment on the past video about Shannon Sharpe and all these guys talking about the Giants in the media? Tell me what you think.
These guys have been after our throats since the very day we drafted Jones.
Yeah, Miz.
Let me just put it like this. To those Giant fans who thought we should have gotten Josh Allen in the draft, even if we did, would the situation have been any different? The answer is no, it wouldn't have been, to be honest, that first year at least. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it actually would have been worse because Josh Allen, he's reckless. Josh Allen plays reckless, but they found a way to tone that reckless abandonment that he has at the quarterback position to put some talent around him to where when he does get reckless, they can make up for it. Let's be honest. Josh Allen has led the league in turnovers the past 2 years. He has. Miz, I put the link in the chat for you. And Coach, if you want to come on and say something real fast, we can.
I mean, I will admit that first year I was hard on Jones because of how often he coughed the ball up. I'm not gonna lie about that. That said, I have turned the corner on him with how this run this year has gone.
Yeah, a lot of people have done that. And a lot of people are going to turn into fake Daniel Jones fans. And a lot of people are just going to say things good about him until he has a bad game. And then their true feelings are going to come back out. Every great quarterback is going to have a bad game. So you're going to see who the real people that really rock with Daniel Jones when he has his first bad game, whether it be in this playoffs or whether it be next year. They're just waiting and hiding in the shadows. But thank you, Mets, for coming on. I'm going to ask Alex one more question. Huh?
I'm genuine with how I felt about Jones, aren't I?
Yeah. You've been genuine since you've been on here.
Okay.
All right, Mets. Hey, Lou's get ready to do a live right after this. I want to cut this show off in an hour. Man, this has been a great turnout for the first New York Giants Full Access Live. I appreciate it. Hop over to Lou's channel if you can, bro. Who is Wink effing Martindale? Somebody got to show their face if they want to come up here, man. Or is this Taj? No, this can't be Taj because he would have had a picture. Who's Wink effing Martindale? Let me know who you are before I bring you up. But Alex, what were you thinking when you was watching Daniel Jones play yesterday? Like, give me your analysis of what you were thinking when Daniel Jones was playing yesterday throughout the whole process.
He played close to perfect football as I've ever seen as a Giants fan. And I was not much of a football fan last time we had our victory in the playoffs, which is 2011. I was in third grade. Now I'm a second year person, whatever you want to call it, in college.
I did, Will. I sure did. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Lou did think that. I have to give credit to him on that.
We all did.
But he played close to very perfect football. What he made, like maybe 2 risky throws at that, but he was making every single throw. He had the team on his back, and everybody just fed off the energy that he had. And I can't really say, I know it's obviously not much in the statistical category that I'm actually commenting about it, but this has just been going on for so many weeks now. I mean, for the 2 straight weeks, the Giants have put up 31 points. When was the last time they put 31 points up on an opponent in like 2 weeks in a row? It has to go back to how many years ago Eli Manning, because we haven't done that. I mean, obviously, against the Vikings game, he was there. Obviously, the 1 turnover, but there was so many mistakes that we just beat ourselves. So he played damn close to near perfect football if he didn't play perfect football yesterday. I'm just so happy that we actually have a quarterback now.
Right. And that subject is over with. So, Will, I put the link in the chat so you can call in. Alex, I don't know if you want to hang out for the rest of the show. It's only about 15 minutes left. If you want to hang out, then we're going to go over to Lou's channel. I just did this to see if you guys would like this, and guess I'm going to have to continue to do it because it's been a great turnout. All right, Miz. Hey, Miz.
Victory Monday, baby. Victory Monday.
Believe.
That shit tastes so good.
What's going on, Miz? Miz, we're gonna get to this next subject, this next segment. You may like this guy, is Nick Wright. Let's see what he has to say. And this will be the last segment before we get into it. So get to Lou's channel. So let's look at this last segment, and then we're going to give our thoughts on that, and we're going to bid you guys a farewell.
Final play and how bad that was. clouded how bad of a play this was. The old Kirk Cousins rushing. What do you?
It was supposed to be a double pass.
I don't think
Jefferson
it was
forward. Yeah, because they had a guy running across her. It was supposed to be a double pass. Jefferson actually screwed that up, and it wasn't great.
Well, you know why Justin Jefferson screwed it up? Because he shouldn't be throwing the ball. Giants win. Wonderful. Sixers in LA. LeBron got his 38,000th point. But I thought this was a cooler play. I was going to show the jump shot, but I thought that was cooler. Sideline, like Jack Nicholson. LeBron watches.
Okay.
What? Lakers 1.5 games behind the Thunder, who aren't even trying to win for 12th. Back to football, where Giants, Vikings. We start at the end, 4th and 8. Game on the line. Cousins comes up short. Here's Kirk and his coach.
Hold on, we watch this segment real quick, Will.
I just felt like I was about to get sacked, and I felt like I got to put the ball in play. And if I take, I can't go down with a sack. So I just thought I'd kick it out to TJ. And I had thrown short of the sticks on a few occasions in the game, and even going back a few weeks, just felt like, just throwing it short of the sticks isn't the end of the world. It's just, it's obviously tight coverage, so didn't have the chance to pull away.
In the end, I look at that as it's as much, if anything, it's on me in that play call. Even though we had eligibles with a chance down the field, maybe there's always a play that could be better for your guys out there, and that one will stick with me.
Yeah, it was not your fault. Super Bowl champion Mark Schlereth joins us. It's good to be here. Well,
always good
to
be here.
Thank you. You know what? I appreciate that. Yeah. Nick, were you surprised that Kirk Cousins in the Vikings season ended the way it did?
Oh, listen, I guess I'm surprised they lost because I picked them to win. But when it was 4th and 8, there's nothing more Kirk Cousins than that moment. And yet, listen, was this game on it, Kirk? Specifically, the defense was abysmal. The Vikings been fraudulent all year. Wilds, this is why some of us don't respect the standings the way others do.
Oh, but you were saying that they were just going to roll us the other day.
He's giving zero credit to the Giants.
But okay.
However, there are certain moments, Stink,
yes,
that end a guy's tenure with a team, whether the team knows it or not. Last year, we had 2 of them in the playoffs. Derek Carr is a 1st and goal inside the 10, down 7, first round of the playoffs against the Bengals. Spikes the ball on 1st down oddly, then throws 3 passes, none of them into the end zone, and they lose. It was over for him with the Raiders. It was over. They didn't know it yet, but they then eventually did. Tannehill did in the very next week against those same Bengals, who had some very good playoff luck. More on that shortly in the show. Throws 3 picks, 1 to start the game, 1 in the red zone, and 1 in the game. And it's over for him in Tennessee. They still haven't acknowledged it, but it's over. It's over for Kirk in Minnesota. You can't. He'll be on the team next year, but it's over. Yeah. You can't overcome this. You can't throw 5 yards short of the sticks to your 6th fastest skill guy with the game on the line inside of 2 minutes in a playoff game and then recover from it. He's not going to – I don't care how many games they win next year. You know what's not happening? Them on the team playing, putting chains around his neck, rocking him. Because the team now knows you can't win. You have a ceiling. You have reached it, and you can't win. So, yeah, it's the end. Whether it's actually the end of his career
we
or
all
not,
knew that. But you say now the teammates will know.
Of
we all
course.
knew there's a ceiling.
I think they suspected it. Go ahead.
What he said.
All right. He's looking like a fake stand-in for Nicolas Cage with the little hair and everything. But let's get to this super chat real quick. Thank you, JCNYC. He says, with a better team, can DJ be better than Eli? I just have a feeling DJ with a better team, sky's the limit. Love my Giants, and I am saying you are not crazy. You're not crazy. I think he could be better than Eli if he had a team around him that some of these other guys have because of his legs. Mm-hmm. Only because of his legs. Like, that man ran for 7 first downs yesterday. But that's the answer to your question. So we got Will, we got Miz, we got Alex, and we got Christopher Tony in the building. We're going to go one by one. We only got 10 minutes left. Starting off with Miz. Miz, what do you think
What's up,
about the segments that you saw today, and give me your thoughts about the Giants moving forward? And that's going to be the same question to all you guys. Then we're going to get out of here. We're going to go party on G Nation Inside Sports Channel.
I don't really address the guy you just showed me because that guy's one of the biggest clowns on TV. And it's funny how he totally neglect to give the Giants any credit at all. But that's cool because he don't want to admit that he was wrong, and that's what's basically doing by not acknowledging the Giants. But we're going forward. I like what you just said because I was telling a friend that yesterday. It's hard to say it because you don't want to disrespect Eli, but Jones can be better than Eli going forward in his career because his athletic ability is off the charts. It really is. And when you go get this guy real receiver, like we've all been saying for so long, I mean, he's gonna step his game up to even another level. So that's why a week and a half ago when we was on Twitter and I said Jones next year will be a top 6 or 7 quarterback in the league. How's that starting to look now? Some people are like in shock. I'm not in shock at all. I meant that. I didn't just say that to back up Jones or come at people that don't like him. I actually meant that when I said that because I actually watched the growth. He's gone through so much hard times, and everybody knows when you go through adversity, especially in New York City, if it didn't break you, it's only going to make you so much better, and we're seeing that.
Exactly. Hey, Big Will, what you got for me, Big Will? Appreciate you coming on the show. I think this is the first time you've been on the show. Appreciate you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me up here, man. And the funny part is, you know what I mean? The whole thing was when Daniel Jones was struggling, he had people in there that wasn't helping him to get better. I thank God, bro, for Brian Dable and Joe Schoen because that's just what he needed. He needed somebody to help him be better. And now people can accept that because they always doubt the Giants. I've been a Giants fan since '86. So preferably, I can care less or what the fuck other people might have to say. Because at the end of the day, DJ is laser focused. He is on his steed, and he is not playing with nobody. He's being the leader that I always knew he could be from the day when he got drafted by Gettleman bum ass. Do you understand what I'm saying? He just needed that push. You understand? He was already on the edge. He just needed somebody to help him and get him to critique him and make him better. Let him know, look, DJ, if you stay focused and you be that leader that I know you can, the boy can throw the ball. He was throwing that ball like it was a string on his hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? He ain't got top receivers. He got receivers coming off the practice squad. Come on, man. It's all about it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So Dable did not save Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones saved himself because he got locked in and he's doing his thing, man. So I'm very happy. And everybody wants to doubt them, like I said, but keep on doubting them. Keep on doubting us. I believe, Lou. I like that shirt you got on, Lou.
Facts. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Big Will.
And I love all my brothers that's up here, man. All my brothers. Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Man, you from New York, Big Will? You sound like it.
No, I'm born and raised from Newark, New Jersey. I'm born and raised in Newark,
Jersey. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You can tell he sounds just like Tretch.
Yeah, don't he?
Just like Tretch.
Might look like him a little bit. But thank you, Big Will, man. You invited to the show.
That was me saying FUCK to all the other people.
Yeah, that's Mr.
man.
Patient,
Anytime, man. I got knowledge, man. Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Call in, man.
You know what I mean? I speak the truth, and I don't hold I'm no holds bar.
Facts. You supposed to be.
Say that again.
I said facts. You supposed to be. This sugar coated
always, man. I don't sugarcoat nothing. Yeah, man.
All right, Mr. Christopher
Tony. I was born in '76.
Me too, fam.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in '87. So
Last generation of men, son.
That's right.
Last generation of real men.
Mr. Christopher Tony, a huge part of the show. He's always in the chats. What's going on, Christopher Tony? Good to see you for the first time on the show, bro. Give me your thoughts about the Giants moving forward, Mr. Tony.
Man, thank you for even letting me accept me on the show for once and all. Hi to everybody in the chat. I appreciate the content that y'all be putting out on our Giants.
What's up, brother?
Because people need to know what's going on with the New York Giants. Now, as far as these sports commentators, I can say F them. I don't give a damn. I see with my own eyes what my Giants are doing.
I just said that.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Miz?
Because we feeding off that, man.
What's up, guys?
Big
Yo,
Blue in the Bronx, everybody. Now, I've been a Giants fan since the 80s.
Now, I just wanted to say I love having new faces, new veteran faces on here. You two are great, man. Bring some new character to this whole thing that we had going on.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope, man. Seeing people that are in the chat every single time we go live. Christopher, Tony, Big Will, you guys are always in the chat. Day one, guys. Man, it's an honor to have you guys on here and talk your talk, man, with Big Pat Sports Talk, G Nation Lou. Hey, man, we're going to party on his channel in about 5 minutes. Alex, give me what you got.
I guess for my final thoughts, I mean, this is a pretty damn exciting team going against Philly. And it's very hard. And I know, obviously, the odds are going to be against us for this game. But it's very damn hard to beat a team 3 times. You look at the Bucks in 2020, they got swept by the Saints twice. And then what happened in the divisional round? They beat the Saints in their own building. You know what? I have a feeling we can do this game. So
we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
We did it before. Dallas swept us. We played them in the playoffs.
07.
Get out of it.
07, Lou.
When it matters.
We're going to make him live up to his name. He going to hurt. We're going to put the hurt.
What kind of sauce y'all want on y'all wings Saturday?
I just say this, man. I just say this. Okay? The Eagle fans are very quiet. They're usually very loud and arrogant. And that tells you something. Tells me something. So.
No, but did you hear what Sway said?
They were.
I heard what Sway said. The Philly, right?
Philly's very fans.
Oh, you talking about the cornerback from Philly? You talking about the cornerback from Philly? Yeah, he said thank you. Thank you. We beat the Vikings. You get to play the Giants now. Yeah, man. Bradbury. But also he said before this playoff game, he said thank you to the Giants for beating the Vikings because now we get to play the Giants. So they're already saying that they're confident and thank you because we are probably the worst team in the NFC that they were thinking, and they get to play
third time's a charm,
easy road.
Third time is a charm.
I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna get the Lou's channel, and we got one more guest before we get off here. And
let's put the hurt on Hurts.
Damn right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him. So, Miz, you already know Lou get ready to go live. Alex, you already know Lou get ready to go live. You guys want to come over there? We'll get you guys on over there. So we got one last guest, and let him speak real quick before we get to the party. We gotta bring in a party pooper real quick. So, what do you want, sir?
Yo, you listen.
What's going on?
Man to man. I shouldn't have went in on you like that yesterday, but the shit you said triggered me, fam. That on your knees shit was crazy.
And listen, we get emotional. I'm not mad at you either, man. I love you too, my Giants brother. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, Pat, you know where I stand on this, man. I'm happy. I'm happy we won. This has been a very enjoyable season for me because I've been so emotionally detached. Just because of all the bullshit we've been through all these years.
Jada go.
So, I mean, yeah, I just don't want them. Here's my logic with this, right? All year long, I've been hearing you guys say, Daniel Jones ain't got this, Daniel Jones ain't got that, blah, 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 blah. That's cool. A lot of that is true. He doesn't have a lot of things. We have a lot of holes in our roster. Don't pay this boy and stop us from getting more things that we need. Because the excuse, once he gets the deal, Pat, all the excuses are off the table. You can't say none of that no more. Would you at least agree with that?
Yeah, if he gets paid, there's no more excuses. He got his paycheck. But is that the angle we're gonna go with now to keep the Daniel Jones train going?
No. Consistent. One thing about me, bro, I'm consistent with my stance. My thing, from the beginning, if you remember, I said I need to see more than 1 year of this. 1 year of good play does not remove my memory from 3 years of horrible play. We got the best coach in football right now, without doubt. Like our coaching staff, this is all on coaches. If you do it again, I could put it on you a little bit and say, yeah, cool. This is it. He's legit. But right now, I'm looking at it like, yeah, we got the best coach in football. I'm seeing scheme. I'm seeing excellent play calling, and I saw a guy execute a excellent scheme and execute great, what was great play calling. That's what I saw.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
We got a minute left. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Daniel Jones running for 7 first downs was scheme?
Yeah, we were running actual plays. You do know that, right? Like we ran.
So all those plays where he broke out the pocket and scrambled for a first down, that was schemed.
So here's what I'll say about that. I felt like it was a good matchup for Minnesota.
I'm hop off, man.
Go ahead, yeah, because we get ready to go to lose. So we get ready to wrap it up. Coach Dave, say your piece.
I'll go.
And then we're gonna wrap it up.
Taking calls over there. I'll go over there.
All right, yeah. Man. Even though we don't agree on a lot of things, Coach Dave, I do appreciate you coming on and supporting the content. And I definitely want to thank all you guys for coming on the very first episode of New York Giants Full Access Live. This has been an absolute success, way better than I thought it would be. Appreciate it. I'm going to start doing these more often, even before I go to work, man. We're going to look at a lot of this media content people are talking about. And I'm going to bring in callers and we're going to talk about it. And then we're going to end the show right there. So thank all you guys, Koofman, Lucas, JC, Will, Big Will, Christopher Tony, Big Blue in the Bronx, NYG, Jeffy T, NYG 22, Unpopular Opinion Sports, Miz. Thank you for all my guests. And we're going to hit it like this. We're going to end it with the Big Blue Crew outro. And we will see you on the next episode of New York Giants Full Access Live. Thank you, guys. This is a Big Blue Crew production.